Hey everybody, this is Steve from Excelsior Music Reviews, and I've got George G's Room of Rock on with me right now. It's the second live stream we've done together, and we've got a kind of interesting topic tonight. We picked like five bands each, and we're going to talk about like some of their like longer albums, and maybe talk about some of the better songs off those albums and lesser songs off of it. I'll have George kind of start everything off and kind of set the tone for the whole video here. But this should be fun. I know he's got some interesting bands. I've got some common bands, but I think we're gonna have probably maybe at least one band in common, I think. But and I'm gonna move our microphone a little closer so we can hear it. George, kick us off here. We're gonna have you go first, and then I'll do mine, and just kind of go back and forth.
Sounds good. Well, first of all, thanks for having me on here. Enjoy it. This is a lot of fun last time, so
it was
hopefully this is interesting to somebody.
Oh yeah.
But so actually the first band I picked was Kiss. So I picked one album was this one, Crazy Nights.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a long album, but like I said, we're talking about whether you think an album has, if the songs are filler or a deep track. But I think it's all subjective.
Right.
Because you might think, oh, that song's really, or why they put that on. But my opinion on filler is if the band had to write the song, they had to learn it, they had to record it. So is it really filler or just a song you don't like? So the album. So I figured I think, I mean, the title track is great, but then you get I'll fight hell to hold you. That seems like it could be a filler track, like they just threw it together, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Bang Bang You, that's a silly song, but
yeah.
I liked it when I was, when it came out when I was a kid. But you think of it now, it's kind of a silly tune.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's a legitimate song, in my opinion. I mean, I don't know what your opinion is, and Hella Hot Water, it's a good one. My Way, that seems like that's just Paul Stanley with his, to me, that's a filler one. But that's a horrible song, but it sounds like it's just like, this album seems like this kind of more over commercial with everything. And When Your Walls Come Down, that's not bad. That's another one's kind of filler. I mean, I don't know, what do you think?
Yeah, that one's okay. Like with My Way, when you talk about that one has a lot of synthesizer on it. That's when I think Bruce Kulick was playing synthesizer on this album, and so some of that song's definitely got heavy synthesizer on it.
Yeah, but Reason to Live, that's a legitimate song. Girl Gone Bad, I like that song. It sounds like a filler. I actually like the song, so I sound that as a deep track in my opinion. Yeah. Turn on the Night, I think, is the best song on the album.
Yeah, I think so too.
And then Thief of the Night is good. I don't know if you ever heard the Wendy Williams version of that one, because she did it first. Because Gene wrote it, but she did it. And I think it's a better version than this one. But again, that's a filler track to me. So I don't know what you think about that, but what do you think?
Yeah, I actually was going to do that album. I decided to go with actually two other Kiss albums, because that one's definitely got some. It's one of their more pop albums. I mean, I remember when MTV played like a Headbangers Ball, or they do like the Total Request live or whatever that thing was at the time. I don't know if that show was around at that time, but they do the request line thing, and they would play like that.
Dial MTV.
Yeah, Dial MTV. Yeah, they would play.
That's a blast from the past.
Yeah, Reason to Live. That's definitely it's a good song, but it's got a lot of synthesizer on it too. And
absolutely. But the other album was Hot in the Shade.
Oh yeah.
Which is it's good. It's just they tried to be more raw with the album, but to me this has got a ton of filler on it.
Oh yeah.
Like it wasn't there because it's like, this is what all the bands do, putting like 15, 16 songs. You really need 16 songs on an album.
Right.
And there's no intros as track one, except for beginning of Rise to It. But like I said, if you go through the track list, the Rise to It, legitimate song. Betrayed, that's a filler song.
Really?
He was at his best in those times. He wasn't writing the best songs.
Right.
Hide Your Heart, it's okay. I don't know why that's such a hit. I don't know if you think that's a good song or not, but it's okay.
Well, Ace did that song originally, and somebody else wrote that song too and recorded it first, and then Ace did it.
So Ace did it, and Molly Hatchet did it.
Right.
I like the Molly Hatchet version actually, which is pretty fun. Like, why are they doing a Kiss song? I don't know. But Prisoner of Love seems like another filler. Read My Body is probably the worst song they ever wrote.
Right.
I mean, I was like, I guess back in the day, that's okay. But you think about like this terrible, this that whole I don't know rock rap thing they tried doing. Forever, of course. Oh, Loves to Slap in the Face. That's the next one. That's a good song. I don't know
Yeah.
if it's deep track or not, but Forever, it's that one. I like Silver Spoon.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a deep track where you call it a filler track. Because I think it's all your opinion.
Yeah.
I think it's a good song. Cadillac Dreams, I always like that. People don't like that song, so they think that's a filler.
I think it's
King
okay.
of Hearts, it's not bad. I like The Street Giveth and The Street Taketh Away.
Really?
I think that's a deep track. That is not a filler track to me.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's all subjective. Love Me to Hate You, that's a filler track. Somewhere in between, he's a decent.
Yeah. I
Little
think
Caesar, I think we like Little Caesar more because our cars aren't here anymore. And it's the only song you have to record.
right.
And Boomerang, I think, is one of the best songs on the album. It's the heaviest song on the album, and people don't. Paul Stanley hates that song.
Really?
I don't know why, but he hates that song. But I think it's a great song. But that's my opinion on that. And so yeah. So what do you think about those? Do you think it's like I think it's too many songs. They put a lot of stuff on it. They didn't need to.
Well, a lot of it's like demos too. It's like they didn't really record. The production's not that good on it.
No,
But
definitely not.
Betrayed.
But that's what they were going for, though. But anyway, yeah.
Yeah, Betrayed. I think Betrayed's okay, but yeah, a lot of the other ones, you like, Read My Body is one of the worst songs on this album, and
Yeah, it's pretty cringeworthy. That when they did that other one on the Smashes album, You Make Me Rock Hard. I'm like, really?
yeah.
If
Yeah.
you thought let's put the sex was bad, you're thinking, oh my god, You Make Me Rock Hard. Those are the best songs you can come up with.
Yeah.
But anyway, go ahead.
That was a hits album. That was the album the year before that in '88 when they did that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a I think this album could have gotten away with maybe 10 if they had like 10 songs and just kind of tightened it up a little bit. I think it could have been better. But yeah, I think there's a lot of filler on this album for sure. And like we talked about, this is '89, so it's like CDs are just starting to kind of become a thing. And like we talked about, the CD age is when a lot of stuff started to when the band started just filling up, trying to fill up the album. I think the running time on this album is really not that long though. It's like 55 minutes or something. I think I wrote.
Well, they don't make the longest songs in the world, so
yeah, it's like 58 minutes and 39 seconds. So it's not.
okay.
But it's it's still for that time. With what we talked about with vinyl kind of dictated how much put in per side is usually about 22 minutes per side.
Yeah.
And then CDs came in and vinyl started becoming less popular at that time. And now it's kind of made a comeback now. But
but now they're putting they got to buy one album, they got 2 records now. Or it's like 2.5 with the F side or something. But you're still paying for that record. That's an extra one. Even if it's a half side, it's like you're paying out the nose for those,
Yeah, because we talk about if they try to go all the way to the inner groove, the sound quality changes on it. It gets worse.
Absolutely. That's right.
So now they just fill it up. So now if you buy vinyl, you have to listen to 4 sides of a record instead of even just flipping over and listen to the second side. You got to keep flipping over with CDs, you just push play and the whole thing's right there.
It goes,
yeah. So it's much more convenient on CD, but I respect people that buy vinyl because it's like it's definitely a collector's kind of thing. You're definitely putting a lot of time and money into something that's really kind of prestigious because it's not real common. They don't print make a lot of copies of vinyl, so it is kind of something special in some way.
I guess now they do, but now they have that colored vinyl, and if you buy a new album, it's like, well, it's gonna have 500 on red and 300 on blue, and then swirled, and it's kind of a little much, but whatever.
I was gonna talk about Hot in the Shade also, but so we got that one in common. But I do have another one. I was gonna do Crazy Nights, like I mentioned, but then I decided to do this album, which is
you got the bootleg version.
It's not a bootleg. It's just I went online back then. It's got the
okay, that's cool.
Back then I went online. So this is was it 97 when this album was released?
Yeah.
It's like I decided to just go online and go to like a Kinko's at the time and just print off this and
print the app,
cut it up and put it inside. So, but this
cool. I like that.
Yeah, I like this. Yeah, I like this cover a lot more. But
I wish they would have done that one.
Yeah, but like this album just sat on the shelf. After the band reunited in '96 officially in makeup, they decided I think this one started to get bootlegged at the time.
Yeah,
Even
a lot. That's why they released it.
so let's just get it out.
Because Gene's probably we're not making no money off it. You know.
Yeah, and the only single off this was Jungle, which is I think a
Yeah.
pretty good song. But this album is 60 minutes and 11 seconds on it. So
Wow.
full tracks. I think it's got it has some decent stuff on it. It sounds more like a grunge album than it does a Kiss album.
Yeah.
So it's and I'm
Yeah.
trying to keep up with the times of the time. But
Yeah.
I think. But as far as this, Hate, I think it's a decent song. Rain, Master and Slave is pretty decent. I actually like a lot on this album, but it just doesn't sound like a Kiss album. But
No.
Childhood in I Will Be There is kind of a ballady kind of song.
Yeah.
Jungle, like I said, I like Jungle a lot. Some of these songs are extended too; they're a little bit too long. But in my head,
Absolutely.
yeah, in my head, I think it's probably one of the weaker songs. Some people may disagree. It's a Gene vocal.
Yeah. It's okay. It's not a bad song, but I get you.
Yeah.
I get you.
It's got that bass. I think the chorus of that song really kind of saves the song quite a bit.
Yeah.
A lot of the lyrics are kind of weird, but it never goes away. I think it's okay. Seduction of the Innocent, decent. I Confess. I was listening. In the Mirror's okay, but I Walk Alone. I think it's one that Bruce Kulick actually sang on, and
Yeah.
that song's not bad. It's just I don't really.
I actually like that song. It kind of reminds me of like the way Ace would sing at one point.
Right,
Kind of like that,
yeah,
And I like In the Mirror. I think that's a deep track. I don't think that's a filler, in my opinion.
right.
I don't particularly like the song I Will Be There. I know it's a song about his son, which is
Yeah,
a nice thing, but I just don't particularly think it's a good song in my opinion. But
it's a ballad.
people
Yeah,
might think it's great. You never know.
yeah. I don't hate it, but it's a ballady kind of song.
Yeah.
But yeah, this like I said, some of the songs are too long. I think Jungle's like 6 minutes, and it kind of
Yeah.
extends out a little bit too long and should end sooner than it does. But this overall, I think I ranked it. I didn't rank it. I think maybe like I may have it like 12th or 13th overall out of
Uh-huh.
albums. So I don't hate it, but it's definitely doesn't sound like a Kiss album. And it's
Yeah.
I don't think they ever played any. They may have played some of these songs live, like on the Kiss cruise or something like that. But
I
it's
don't think the only thing I have the band Union, the band Union,
yeah, with Bruce
Bruce
Kulick.
Kulick and Brad. I have a live album, Live in the Galaxy, and they do Jungle on that,
Okay,
which is pretty cool. That's why I bought the album. Like, oh, I get to hear it live with John Corabi's a good singer, so it was good though. But that's the only time I think I ever heard it live.
yeah. I mean, you knew that they were in makeup at the time, so they weren't going to tour and
Yeah.
play. Ace and Peter
No.
were going to play these songs, so
No.
yeah. But I'm glad they released it because a lot of people thought they'd like to really hear that new Kiss album, and
Yeah.
it didn't fit with the makeup stuff. But I thought they needed to get it out and let the fans listen to it. So, but
Absolutely.
yeah. So that's what I got for that one. Go ahead with your next band.
Oh, okay. Well, this was actually a last minute thing. I was thinking about it. I'm like, wait a minute, I forgot this one. And this is one album I'm going to show is one I like the album, but people don't like it, and it's
Oh
Theater
yeah,
of Pain.
yeah,
Now people like think this is a whole bunch of filler. I don't. I disagree. And like I said, first, City Boy Blues. Well, I think the best song on the album is City Boy Blues.
yeah,
They did a nice job, and they changed their direction a little from Shout the Devil from all trying to be like evil, I guess, or whatever, darker. I don't mind Smoking in the Boys Room. People don't like that. That's a filler track. When you do a cover, that's filler, in my
yeah,
opinion. If you feel about that. I like Louder Than Hell. Keep Buying the Money is another good one. Home Sweet Home. We all heard that a zillion times already.
yeah,
I love Tonight We Need a Lover. To me, that's a deep track, in my opinion. If I could pick any ones that I would think would be filler, it'd be Save Our Souls, Raise Your Hands to Rock, and Fight for Their Rights. I think that's kind of filler. Raise Your Right Hands to Rock reminds me of Twisted Sister, I Want to Rock. It's exactly what it sounds like.
right.
It's like the same song, just different lyrics.
Yep.
So, what's your opinion on this one?
I actually like Theater Pain. I think I ranked it like might have been fifth overall in my Motley Crue ranking. Or maybe, so it's not bad, but some people will rank that one dead last sometimes, and
They don't like it.
it's not
But I don't
really.
think it's as bad as everyone makes it out to be. I mean, I know they're going through all their. I mean, you got to think they went through all the drug problems during that time period.
Yeah.
But the other album, of course, is this one,
Oh yeah.
which this to me does have a lot of filler on it.
Yeah.
I mean, because when you end the album with Jailhouse Rock, that's live. Like you don't have anything else. You put Jailhouse Rock on it. Not that it's horrible, but it's not like I don't want to hear that from Motley Crue. You know,
Right.
they could have put something else on there, but you know, like I said, Wild Side Girls, 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 we know. Dance on Glass is good. Bad Boy Boogie's good. Nona, people don't like that song, but it's a song about Ricky's grandmother.
Right.
That's what it's at. So it's, you know, it's filler, but it's kind of nice. I don't know. 5 Years Dead, that seems like a filler track. Or in the Name Up is a good song. Something for Nothing is a filler song. But you all I need is like a sick ballad.
Right. It's a good one. It's a
I
good
mean,
one.
did you ever see I have this one DVD of Motley Crue and they talk about each song.
Yeah.
And Nikki Sixx said that Bon Jovi's like, oh, Nikki just wrote the greatest love song ever, or greatest ballad ever. And he goes, did you listen to the lyrics of the song? Because
Mhm.
it ain't like a happy song. Like killing your girlfriend isn't exactly a happy ballad for some, but I thought that's pretty funny. What's your opinion on that?
I like Girls. I think I rank that one like one higher than Theater of Pain. So I like that album quite a bit. To me, I thought it was kind of a comeback in some ways, even though Theater of Pain's not bad, but I think it was still an improvement to the album overall. But you know, like
Yeah,
Wild Side's a great song, and yeah, I like the album quite a bit. But to me, if Theater Pain wasn't bad though, but like I said, I think it ranked it just one higher than Theater Pain. So it's a
yeah,
overall, I like the '80s Motley Crue the best. You know,
yeah,
those 5 albums they did in that decade. Uh,
yeah. That was their time.
yeah, that's definitely the
Yeah,
great time for Motley Crue for sure.
yeah,
Um, so that's you just have those 2 albums from them.
yeah. For those two, yeah. So what do you have next?
Okay, so as far as long albums,
Oh,
uh,
here we go.
I had to go. I would go with a band that I loved in the '80s, and I've kind of made a comeback with them now. But I've got Iron Maiden, The Book of Souls.
Oh, there you go.
Book of
That's
Souls.
great.
Yeah, 92 minutes 11 seconds. I really haven't given this one a ton of listens really overall, but man, there's a ton of there's 2 discs, you know, because you can't even
Yeah, I
fit
know.
one album on one CD. So yeah, this
That's
thing,
how many minutes is that album?
yeah,
How many minutes is it? How long is that album actually? I don't
this is
remember.
92 minutes 11 seconds.
Oh God, that's
Yeah,
pretty long.
so
I
this
didn't
one,
realize it was that long because that's the last song is like 20 minutes long.
yeah, Empire of the Clouds is really long. Yeah, it's Speed of Light. It's got some good stuff on here. Death or Glory, I think, is probably one of my favorites on here, and it's actually because it's like 5 minutes and
Yeah,
change.
yeah, it's a short song.
Yeah,
For me, that's a short song.
yeah. Tears of the Clown, I think is probably one of the worst songs they've done.
That's that's about Robin Williams.
Yeah. It is, yeah,
That's
but
that's an odd thing. That's odd, but all right, whatever.
yeah, I just think a lot of these are the Red and the Black is a really long song on here. I was gonna look it up here, but it's overall, I think I'd have to give it another listen, but it's hard to listen to an album that you have to listen to two CDs from because it's way too
It's
much
a lot.
material. And
It's a lot to take in at one time.
yeah, that's what they did a lot, you know, and that's what they've done a lot in this past decade or so. Just
Yeah,
I think a lot of fans, like newer fans, love that. You know, they love hearing the longer, Iron
yeah,
Maiden. Even though I love the stuff in the '80s, so they barely did any long songs back then, just a few here or there. But
yeah,
now, now it's like we got to put everything's got to be over 10 minutes, and
yeah,
some people prefer that. Some people have just kind of grown up with that. You know, they prefer that kind of listening. But over here, I'm just looking at the song listing right here. If Eternity Should Fail was like 8 minutes 28 seconds. Speed of Light's only 5 minutes. That's a short one for this album. Great
yeah,
on yeah, like the Red and the Black is 13 minutes and 33 seconds. That's
yeah,
way too long. When the River Runs Deep, that's a
yeah,
fairly short song. The Book of Souls is 10 minutes. Like I said, Death or Glory 5:13. Shadows of the Valley is only seven. It's like 7 minutes.
yeah,
Tears of the Clown's only like 5 minutes, so that's one of the shorter ones. The Man of Sorrows 6:28, and then like Empire of the Clouds is 18 minutes long. 18 minutes.
Wow, yeah, that's a long time.
Yeah, like
That's a long ass long song.
one disc is like 50 minutes, and the other one's 42 minutes. So good luck listening to this album. Like it's just not
Yeah,
enjoyable. To put
you
on
know
two.
what it is. They did with the last album too. It's kind of long. I kind of like the one, but on the newer album, I'm trying to pick that one because I don't have much time with it. As I know, one of the songs is like the intro is like 3 minutes long. The
Yeah,
intro is three. I'm like, get to the song already. Now you don't need a 3 minute intro.
yeah.
I
Well,
mean, people like long. I don't mind long songs, but like you said, they did that in their some of their early career. Like "Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner" is a long song, but it holds your interest throughout the song.
right. It
So
was
that
rare.
didn't get a little repetitive. And just go through it. Like, all right, get on with it. You're doing the same bit over and over. It gets a little bit too much.
Yeah, I mean that one's more rare. Back then, they didn't just do long songs like that. Most of their songs
No,
were quick and fast. You know, they're
yeah,
all first two albums are like more like punk albums, and they're fast.
absolutely.
They
Yeah,
played they were kind of like speed metal in some ways at that time. But so the next album, yeah, the next album is Senjutsu or Senjutsu.
that's the one I was talking about. Yeah, that's one I don't have enough time with to say much. Yeah,
I still think this album is more of an improvement to the Book of Souls, and
yeah. I'm growing on that one. That's Ninjutsu, that's for sure. It grows
yeah,
on me.
this one's got some longer songs. This one's also 2 discs, but
Yeah,
like most of the longer songs are on the second disc. You
yeah,
know, the title track Senjutsu 820. I actually like the first 6 songs on the first disc is 6 songs. Strentigo, the writing on the wall. It's those are shorter. Lost in the Lost World. I didn't like that song at first when I heard it, but I actually like
yeah.
it a little bit more. That's like 9 minutes 31 seconds. Days of Future Past, I think I like it. Song's really good. It's only 4 minutes long. The Time Machine, 7 minutes. So it's not until Darkest Hour is pretty good. That's 7 minutes. But then you get to like last 3 songs are the longer ones. It's only 4 songs on the second disc.
Yeah.
This one total running time is 81 minutes and 53 seconds. So like literally
And the
like
other one, and Book of Souls is what?
92 minutes. Yeah.
Oh,
So
90, and the other one, oh, this one's shorter.
this one's
That's
shorter.
why
Yeah.
that's why it seems shorter.
Yeah. If they had
That's why.
Well, if they just trimmed like one song down like by a couple minutes, they could have put it all on one disc on one CD. But
Yeah,
I think people that buy it on vinyl, I think it's two vinyl records altogether. But like the last 3 songs, "Death of the Celts" is 10:20, "The Parchment" 12:39, and "Hell on Earth" is like 11 minutes. That one's probably my least favorite song on the album, but I think this album's a huge improvement to the Book of Souls, in my opinion.
yeah,
And it's what got me back in Iron Maiden. After I bought this, I decided to start buying the stuff in the 90s. I wasn't
yeah,
familiar with the 90s and beyond. That's when
yeah,
the whole catalog. So I thought this was
yeah,
these songs are just much easier to listen to, I think,
yeah.
than
It's better, easier to digest.
right. It is.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. But
so
like the one of the one you're talking to me, and I was talking like filler tracks or deep tracks. I was thinking of this one
okay. Yeah.
because this one has. I think they rushed this one
Yeah.
because I mean there's only 8 songs on it, but the first song is like 3 minutes long. I don't have the track the numbers on this one, but the first track is the fastest song and the quickest it's done. But then you get the Angel and the Gambler, and it's so long and so repetitive. Like
Yeah.
that song could have been 4 minutes long, but they made it. And I think someone clocked it in. That he says don't you think I'm a an angel, whatever the hell the song. I forgot what it was, but he says it 52 times.
Yeah.
He says the chorus 52 times.
Yeah.
It's the Blaze
Right.
Bailey era.
Yeah.
But like I said, Lightning Strikes Twice is good, and the Klansman is a classic. If Bruce sings it, sounds good. But then the rest of the album just seems like a much filler. Like they just ran out of ideas, and that's what they did, So
That one's like 53 minutes long. Future
yeah,
Real, Future Real's okay. Yeah, the Angel and the Gambler. Um, yeah, the Klansman. That and Bruce Dickinson plays that song. I mean, some people say that Steve Harris still wrote these songs for Bruce Dickinson in mind. So that's why
yeah,
they play like at least a couple of couple songs from that era even now.
yeah,
Yeah. It's only like I said, it's only 8 minutes. It's only eight tracks, 53 minutes long. But yeah, it's a I've got to give that one more of a listen. Just Blaze Bailey, I've just not, kind of gotten into his stuff, but
yeah,
yeah, that was their last album with him. So yeah, that's good. Okay,
yeah.
go.
I picked you were gonna pick Maiden. I said, well, we were gonna talk
Yeah,
about Metallica. I think Maiden would come up though.
yeah, I
You
didn't, I
know,
didn't do Metallica. Yeah, So
Yeah, but I think it was. I don't know, I saw something, or maybe it's you told or someone I saw. Just not to interject it with the Metallica thing, that the newest album is the same length as the last album, but you have two CDs in the last one, but only one. It fit on one. Why'd you put on two CDs?
yeah, because it counts as
I don't get that at all.
yeah, it counts as two units. That's why they did it. I mean,
Yeah, I'm sure that's why.
so
But
with the
anyway,
vinyl, but if you buy the vinyl, it's like 3 discs. I think it's yeah, I think it's
yeah,
like records, I think, or at least 2 records on the new one. I think the one
yeah,
before that might have been three. Because the one before that, they put that bonus CD with it, the bonus stuff. So
yeah,
three records altogether. That for
yep,
that for hardwired to
yeah,
self destruct. That was
yeah,
one.
absolutely.
So go with your next band.
My next band. Okay, this is perfect for this.
Oh yeah, yeah. I thought about doing that one too. Yeah, Nostradamus.
Yeah, I mean, this album was just so long and bloated. And to go talk about this filler tracks, I mean, most of it's just like just wankery, as they would call it in the UK, I guess. But I guess the only songs that I actually think are good are just you know Prophecy and maybe a couple others. I can't even remember. The songs don't stick in your head as much, but
Right.
I can't even get through the album half the time.
Yeah,
To me, it's just all. I mean, I give them credit for trying to try something new,
right.
but it just you know it's just so much. Again, this is 2 discs too, so it's it's a lot to take in. But the one thing to do a concept album, you got to do it right. They just they did okay with it, but it wasn't like I guess what they wanted it to be. And it's sad because it's the last one with KK. So before you
Yeah,
left the band. But so what is your opinion on that one?
yeah. I think I listened to it twice. I've only heard it twice, and I
Yeah,
thought,
I heard it 3 times. That was it.
yeah, the songs are okay with it. It's some people would defend that album though because it's more of
Yeah,
a
people. That's wrong. If they love it, I'm not making fun. People love the album. They love it. That's nothing wrong with that. We have our own opinion. That's what the whole thing is. We all have opinions on the album.
yeah. You like what you like. I mean, some people will say that it's more of a prog album, I guess, or it's a concept. It's like a concept album, you
Yeah.
know. But I don't think they really play those songs live very much. I think Rob Halford said
No.
he'd like to play them live, but um,
Yeah.
overall, it just doesn't work for Judas Priest, But
No. No.
yeah, though it's not solid from them though overall.
Yeah. Exactly.
But,
Exactly. But I have another one. I have another from Priest, and it's really more like It's better. It's more like a Priest album. I picked this one.
okay, yeah, much better.
First one with Oh my God, Richie Faulkner. And the reason I picked this one because I don't know if do you have this album?
Yeah. Mhm.
Do you have the double disc version?
No, I don't have a double one now.
That's the problem. They put another disc on and they just put another 5 songs on, and quite frankly, they're just throwaways.
Right.
I mean, to me, they're throwaways. I mean, there's not that they're horrible, but they're just like they don't. You didn't need to do that. I was like, oh, you're gonna force just 5 songs, but they're not really particularly good. Unless some, I guess someone might like them, but as far as the regular album goes, I think pretty much the whole album is pretty good. Nothing like really filler on this one.
Right.
But the second disc, I mean, if you try to see it, there's I guess if I was on Snakebite, Tears of Blood, Creatures, Bring It On, and Never Forget. Those are the 5 extra tracks they put on it. So
Right.
if you just get a chance to listen to them, you see they're just like doesn't fit the album. Doesn't
Yeah.
I don't know, doesn't belong. I don't know. That's my opinion anyway. I think they're just I don't think more money put it on there. So anyway,
Yeah. I mean, like just the first CD is only like 62 minutes long, and then
yeah,
the bonus makes it, I guess, a total 83 minutes. But yeah, I've never heard those 5 songs before,
yeah.
so I couldn't
I
tell
bought
you.
especially just for the 5 songs. I was like, oh, why did I buy for the 5 songs? Well, of course, we go with another $5 for the album. I don't remember what it cost me back then, but
Yeah,
yeah.
but
So
I think it's a big improvement to Nostradamus, though. Overall,
yeah, definitely was, definitely was. I think Richard Faulkner put some new blood into the band too. So,
it's a lot
but
faster.
I'm
Yeah,
looking forward to the new one coming out. So hopefully it's good as Firepower. Firepower I thought was excellent. So
yeah. On my Judas Priest ranking, some people said they don't like Firepower, and I ranked it like eighth. So I
I
don't have.
don't know. I don't. Like I said, their opinion, whatever.
Yeah, it's a
Uh,
music subjective overall, but okay. So I'm gonna go with this band. I decided to. You may have gone with this too, but I've got Guns N' Roses. This
oh,
is
I did not pick them. That's good.
Yeah,
That split one, a double on one disc.
yeah. No, this is the best of that Walmart released. It's
Oh, okay.
but the songs are so long on this album that it's got like it only has like 12 songs on it overall. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, this
I
one's
think the original one has 30.
yeah,
Both discs are 30 songs. That's a lot of songs.
it's really bloated. I mean, User Illusion 1 is 76 minutes. User Illusion 2 is 70. It's like about first one's like 76 and the second one's like 76 also, and it's just
Wow. Yeah, that's a lot.
this is so I'm going by User Illusion 1. It's got quite a bit of stuff I like on it. Just some of the songs are like they're really good on it. Like November Rains, like was it like 11
Yeah,
minutes? Yeah.
yeah.
But I think as far as this, I think Dust and Bones is probably my favorite on it. But it's got the
It's a good one.
yeah right next door to Hell. I think it's pretty good. Live and Let Die, the cover, like you said, a cover from Paul McCartney is it could be filler overall, but I like Don't Cry, the original version. That's the one I like on this. On this,
Yeah, they have one in the blue one. They have, yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah,
yeah, the second disc had Don't Cry, the alternate lyrics, which
yeah.
was surprisingly on this it has both versions on this. It's
Oh,
only
really?
yeah, this is only 12 minutes long or 12 tracks overall for the
Oh,
Evolution 1 and 2, and
oh, okay.
it doesn't work well. With this, it's hard to like everybody said, you know, if they could have combined the both albums together into one, they could have had like one of the
And
best.
made one. Yeah, I don't remember because I don't in my head. I mean, the songs I thought that were like on the first on Delusions one was like Dead Horse and Coma. Didn't like those. Those are just like too long and just not interesting. But then you have like well, in the Garden of Eden, remember that one?
Right,
And the Garden, I think that's the one they sing with Alice Cooper's on it. Those are really good. So there's some good stuff on there. Perfect Crime's really good. Back Off Bitch is a good one too on the first one. So
right,
they had some good stuff on both of them. It just they just overboard and a lot
right.
of experimentation and kind of weird stuff. So, but you
Yeah,
know,
I think Bad Apples might be one of my lesser songs on it. Yeah, like I
yeah,
said, Homo is like 10 minutes. November Rain's only like 9 minutes long. I thought it was a little bit longer, but it does
yeah,
seem like the song goes on way too long, especially the guitar solo on it. But it's one of the best songs they've ever done. But it's just a little bit too much. This on the next disc on User Illusion 2, like a lot of the singles off of this were like the first singles they released overall were
yeah,
on the second one, and they released both albums on the same day. But like Civil War, I think when I heard that on the radio the first time, I thought one of the best songs I've heard from Guns N' Roses. It's like 7 minutes, 42 seconds. 14 years, Yesterdays, Knocking on Heaven's Door, another covers on it. Get in the
yeah.
Ring, Get in the Ring's okay. Shotgun Blues, Breakdown. I think Breakdown might be one of the less songs I don't like too much off of it.
Uh,
My World's only like it's a really short one at the end. It's just kind
yeah,
of
it's just like almost like an outro kind of song, I guess.
yeah, but I don't know why they did "Don't Cry" the alternate lyrics. Why they did two
Uh,
versions.
I don't know.
So fine.
Why does any band do anything?
Yeah, I mean they sold a lot of copies of these. I remember
Yeah. Oh yeah.
when I bought it. The record store I went to, they only had this. I've had this. This is the original.
Uh-huh.
That was in 1991,
Yeah.
and they didn't have the other User Illusion 1 on CD, so I had to buy it on audio cassette. So
Oh
now
really?
I own it on
That's
CD.
funny.
That's what this is, a CD for User Illusion 1.
Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
I bought them day one that came out too, It was
yeah,
a big deal at the time because oh my, because you wanted another appetite. You didn't get what that really. You got some hints of it in the album, but most of it's just like I don't know, Axel thinking he's freaking Queen or something. I don't know what he's
yeah.
thinking.
Well, now they can't get a new album out. It's like the Axel's
I
one
know.
that's perfectionist, so it's got to be this brilliant thing,
Yep.
and they can't get it out.
Yeah.
The Chinese Democracy, they Dr. Pepper promised Axl Rose that if they get the album out, they tricked him. They get the album out, and he would give everybody in America a Dr. Pepper, and then he did it, and they I don't think Dr. Pepper followed through with that.
Oh, I never knew that. That's funny. Never knew that.
Axel,
That's
Axel claims that the album could have been better. You know, he could have worked on it some more. Like that album, it took like what 10 years to get to release, and it was like different
yeah, yeah,
players. So now that
absolutely.
they promised a new album for like 3 hours, three years now, and it still hadn't
Yeah,
happened. Who knows?
hasn't happened. No,
Who knows when it will be? I don't think he'll ever be happy with it. He thinks
no.
he's got to be brilliant, and he's got to take as much time as he wants to get it
Yeah,
done.
yeah,
So that's Guns N' Roses for you, with an Axl
yeah.
Rose.
Well, it's like what's his name? Tom Schultz from Boston. Same thing. He thinks
Uh,
forever put an album out, but his last 3 albums are terrible.
I think
But that's another story.
yeah, I don't think they're good either. But yeah. So yeah, so go ahead with your next one, George.
Okay. My next one I have I actually got three to talk about for the next one, and the first one I'll talk about because we're talking about like whether you think the like a filler or not. I picked this one
Okay, AC/DC.
because this is the one where people think after they went downhill after flicking the switch.
Yeah,
And granted, I think there's a lot of filler on this one. I
yeah,
mean, it's the title track and Shake Your Foundations and what do you call it? Sink the Pink. Those
right.
are the three songs that really rest of really keep this borderline. This First Blood, Danger, definitely filler.
Yeah,
Stand Up.
yeah,
I actually like playing with girls
right.
and Back in Business, but like Hell or High Water and Send for the Man, that's definitely a filler track. So this one's got a lot of like filler for my people can think it's the greatest album ever, but to me it's good, but it's just got a lot of stuff on it, really unnecessary.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that one,
I may have ranked that one a little bit low on my ranking.
yeah,
I actually put it last at the time, and I don't think it's that bad. I think it probably could have gone up a couple of spots. I think
yeah,
I just never connected with that album yet. Danger is like one of the songs that they did a video for, and Shake Your Foundations and Sink the Pink were on the Maximum Overdrive soundtrack.
yeah, yeah.
So I mean, it's good. It's got some most okay stuff on. I don't think it's the worst album.
No, no, it's definitely not the worst album. No,
Yeah,
no.
if I were to
But
yeah, if I were to
yeah,
rank the album, I'd probably put it up a couple spots at least higher than I did
yeah.
before.
Depends on the day.
Mhm.
But the other one I picked for them also, the second one is this one,
Oh yeah,
Ball Breaker, because again, this is when it started to get more bluesy with the stuff. And what the songs aren't very in
right,
your face punchy.
right,
But I mean, again, because like Hard as a Rock is good. Cover with Oil, it's a terrible song. Heroes
yeah,
okay. Boogeyman's okay. Honey Roll, eh.
yeah,
Burning Alive is good. Hail Caesar's very good.
yes,
And then you got Love Bomb with Car with Your Pants Down, which is it's the most ridiculous title I've ever heard of.
right,
Ball Breaker's a good song. Most of it, I think this is a lot of like, underwhelming songs,
right.
But I mean, I don't know what you think about that album, but
Yeah, that one's like 50 minutes long. I like the title track. Ball Breaker's a great song. That one it's kind of grown on me. I do like Hard as Rock is okay. There's stuff on here that I like quite a bit on it. What was that? This was 1995 when they released that
yeah,
one. Yeah, I don't think it's terrible, but it's not my top 10 for sure. It's like 11 or 12, I think, on my ranking. So
yeah,
it's not bad. Yeah,
yeah. And the last one I picked for that one for because of like you said, length of albums and songs is this one.
yeah, yeah.
Now this is rated pretty high by people, but it's got 15 songs on it.
Right.
I mean, that's a lot for AC/DC. Usually only put like maybe 10 songs, and this has got the great songs are great. Like Rock and Roll Train is really good. Big Jack I like. War Machine is an excellent tune.
Yeah, great song.
Wheels is good. The title track Black Ice, Rocking All the Way. But then you got a lot just like, just I don't know, average. Just I mean, yeah, it's AC/DC. You've heard it before, but to me, it's just like I don't know.
Yeah,
People rate it a little higher than I guess I would, or I did. I think I did a rank on it too. But yeah,
it had
what
been
do you
like
think?
yeah. I mean, it had been 8 years since they did their last album. Before that
Yeah,
one, Stiff Upper Lip was 2000. Um, yeah, it's kind of like Metallica. They've got so much material just sitting around, and it's only like
yeah,
55 minutes long. I mean, it's 55 minutes. It's not extremely long for an album. I think
yeah,
all the ones on my list, I did everything 55 minutes or higher. 50,
yeah,
55 minutes or longer is what all the
yeah,
ones I did were just kind of bloated, long albums. But it was a big comeback kind of thing. Stiff Upper Lip didn't do that well. And a lot of people were, this was like a Walmart exclusive, I think, at the time.
Yeah,
So
depends
people
where
were,
you got it. Yeah, because I think it had different colors of the logo where you bought it.
yeah, what it's see, it's certified. I mean, it's certified at 2 million copies sold in the US, and that was just
Yeah,
Walmart.
it was a big album for them. I'm not saying it wasn't. I'm just saying it's a
Right.
lot of songs, and they could have trimmed it off at least by 3 songs.
They could have, yeah.
Yeah,
12, yeah,
yeah.
12 songs would have been much more easily digestible.
Because
But
I think then because the next one I just pulled it out for they only have 11 songs on Rock or Bust,
right, that's a
which
short,
is more like it.
yeah. But
I think that's a better album. That's my opinion. Though people don't like that one either, but anyway, that's whatever.
right, there's Brendan O'Brien. I think he's done the last 2 or 3 albums from AC/DC that did the production on
Yeah,
it. I always complained back in the '90s his productions were always weak. Like with Stone Temple Pilots, he did a lot of like muddled kind of sounds that their
yeah,
sound. AC/DC's album sounds a lot better. I think he got
yeah,
better producer later, but he seems to be the guy that they use now. The last album is probably the last one they'll ever do, more than likely. But with
yeah.
Brian Johnson's issues with his hearing
That's
and
true.
but
Oh
Brendan,
yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
yeah.
So that's all I got for that. So what do you got next?
All right, so well, this one is one of my favorite bands of all time. One that this is a really controversial album. They hadn't released anything for a while, but this is a Vapor Trails a remix album.
Oh, the remix.
Yeah.
I don't have the remix. I have the original one, so I don't got the
Oh,
remix yet.
well, I like the cover of the original one, but this
Yeah,
album sounds a lot better. I mean, that was
that's what
something
I heard.
people complained about Rush for forever with that album, that it sounded really muffled. The sound
Yeah,
was really bad on that first. I think it really kind of part of the reason why people didn't like it as much because the songs it just doesn't sound that great. I
yeah,
remember about that listening to it in the car. Like I just didn't like the sound quality of it. I'm pulling it up here, but so this one's 67 minutes long for 67.
wow,
Um, but I mean, like the 2 singles off of it, One Little Victory and Secret Touch are really good.
yeah.
Um, I really like Ghost Rider. I think it's a great
Oh,
song.
Ghost Rider. I was gonna say that's one of the favorite ones on that one. That's a great song. Yeah,
Yeah, and Earthshine, I think is really good on it.
yeah,
I think as far as the weaker songs on it, I think out of the Cradle, I think is one that I don't. That's the last track on the album. It's got Freeze, part 4 of the Fear trilogy. If you've ever followed the
yeah,
Fear trilogy that they had back
yep.
then,
I remember. Oh yeah,
it's called part 4 of the Fear trilogy. I mean, a trilogy is usually 3 in the
yeah,
same part 4, but I really highly recommend people listen to the remix. I think,
yeah. I was thinking the guys haven't gotten it yet. Yeah,
yeah, because this is one. If you know the tragedy that surrounded, Neil Peart at the time,
yeah. His daughter and his wife.
both died
Yeah,
in a
it's
car accident,
horrible. And then he's gone. It's just horrible. It's just horrible.
and
I ain't hearing that stuff. Yeah,
now he's gone. I don't know if the album before this was Test for Echo, which I didn't
yeah.
like.
That was a lot of years. That was a lot of years beforehand, though.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I just think it was a big. Listen to it now after hearing the remix. I liked it so much more when I heard that. Yes, Test for Echo was the album before in 1996, and this one was in 2002. And then
yeah,
I think 2013 is when they did the remix. And like some people will say, like if you remix an album, sometimes it could sound completely different for people.
yeah,
I think Black Sabbath's Born Again might be that kind of album that if they were to remix that
yeah,
album, it would sound way better.
yeah,
People would enjoy it a
yeah.
lot.
Well, I got the box set of Black Sabbath Live Evil
Yeah.
with the remix, and the remix makes the album like, and I love the album as it is. The remix is phenomenal. I don't know if I'll ever listen to the regular version again because the remix is that good. I don't know if you heard it or not.
I haven't heard it, but I've heard a lot
Excellent,
of people talk about it.
excellent.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've heard a lot of people say Live Evil, the remix sounds much better than the original.
so much better. Yeah,
Yeah. Some people say you can't hear I can't remember what it was, but some things that you could hear on the original, you can't hear on the remix, but overall the sound
I think
quality.
Iommi's guitar is a little bit muted, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about it. But still, it sounds phenomenal. But
Yeah.
yeah,
The other Rush album I have is actually the last album. Sadly we've lost Neil Peart now, or Neil Peart. Some
yeah.
people say Peart. This is
I know.
Yeah, Clockwork Angels.
That's a great album though.
It is a great album. Like, and
Yeah.
this one actually has kind of grown on me over the years. Like when it was originally released, it was really loud. It came out in that era when they called the loudness wars, and it kind of has a
Oh yeah, yeah.
loud
I
sound to
know.
it.
Everything had to be louder. It's too loud or something. I know.
Yeah, but like a Caravan, I think like that's a great song. BU2B, the title track, Clockwork Angels, the Anarchist, I think is really great. I think Carney's is probably one of the weaker songs on it. I think, and then even that's not real terrible.
Yeah,
Um,
no, I know.
Halo Effect's really great. I think Seven Cities of Gold. I think as far as the ones that I mean, as far as the non singles off the album, I think that's one of the better songs off the album. Because I was going to go look. Yeah, there were five singles released on this. Yeah, Caravan, BU2B, Headlong Flight's really great. The Wreckers, pretty good.
Uh-huh.
Like I said, Anarchist, The Garden, I think it was the last song on it. The Garden's like 7 minutes long, but I think Carney's even the weakest track on this is still not a bad song overall, but it like
Yeah.
it I think this is a great way for the band to go out. I mean,
Yeah, they went out with a bang. Absolutely. If you're gonna
yeah,
end the band, that was a great way to do it. Yeah, absolutely.
I don't think they knew that at the time that this was the last album they were going to.
No, I think they knew that. They guess Neil was getting sick, and they just didn't. They kept that pretty secret,
They did. I
as you
mean,
know.
one of the most shocking death
I
announcements
because no one knew he was sick. No one said anything. I didn't hear anything about it being having a problem. You wouldn't know. I
other than
was, with that. That's good because that's it. That's their business. People,
right,
you leave them alone. But
yeah,
it is what it is.
like when
It's horrible.
Eddie Van Halen passed away, I knew he had been going through cancer issues for years.
Yeah.
It wasn't a surprise really. I mean, it
No.
was sad news. I had to sit down and kind of kind of digest that news, but like
Yeah.
it shocked me when he died. I mean, he had been going
Yeah.
through problems for years, but Neil, like I thought that they said he wanted to retire because of his hearing issues and his back issues, like a lot of
Yeah.
drugs had back issues. So we thought it was
Yep.
just a health thing, but it turned out he had cancer and it was getting worse. And
Yeah.
so yeah,
Yeah.
sad. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's all I have for Rush though. And go ahead with the next one.
Oh, my next one is actually wrote some notes on this one, and it's this one, Black Label Society.
Okay.
Right? I don't know if you're familiar with them or not,
Yeah.
or listen to them.
Yeah.
So you know how long the album is.
Oh wow.
And the one thing I mean, the album's good, but Last Goodbye, nothing the same, and New Religion, sick of it all, and lead me to what the hell is it? So I can't read my own damn writing. But
Yeah. Well,
oh, that's the wrong album. I'm picking up the wrong album. I'm picking up the wrong album. Forever Down and Dirt on the Grave. The thing is, and I got to pick this one too, Shot to Hell for the
yeah.
second one. Same thing. He his some of his songs, he does all that heavy stuff and then so many piano things.
Yeah.
Like just pick one, maybe two, and it's just too much. Like I said, the one I was talking about, like Shot to Hell, that's the one that has like way too many. Last Goodbye and Lead Me to Your Door. It's like it's just way too much piano for me. Like he's got albums come out short because some of the albums are, there's that they're hit or miss. Like they're good,
Right.
and
Yes.
he's a great guitar player. I mean, people can sing that whole pinch
Yeah.
harmonica. He always does, and I would just say he did not do that when I saw him with Pantera. He didn't
Really.
do any of that pinch stuff. He tried to play it as true to Dime as he did. So that was cool. He even used like one of Dime's guitars.
Yeah.
It looked like it anyway, so that was
Right.
pretty cool. But anyway,
Yeah. I mean,
so what do you think? What do you think about them and
yeah,
those
Zach,
albums?
I've heard quite a bit of stuff from Black Label Society, and I think he definitely sounds like trying to sound like Ozzy. The piano stuff sounded more
Yeah,
like Ozzy, and Ozzy was always trying to copy his biggest influence were the Beatles. So that's
yep,
where Ozzy gets a
yeah,
lot of piano stuff from, and
yep,
ballad kind of sound.
absolutely.
So Zach kind of sounds like Ozzy in some ways, the way he sings and his guitars sound like the
Yeah,
Ozzy sort of, and that
absolutely.
yeah, it's yeah, like I've heard quite a bit from Label. I've never heard I haven't listened to like all the albums necessarily, but he's got a ton of albums out here. I was looking at their discography, and he's got so many, 2, 4, 6. What's he have, like 9 or 10 albums now?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah,
I just actually ordered two I didn't have. I do like his stuff. It's just like it gets a little bit much. So I ordered. I think it has Last two I have, what they order, Grimace Hits, and
Yeah,
the newest one. I can't remember the name of it, but there's only two I didn't have. I'm like, well, I got to get the whole thing, you know. I
yeah.
have all the other ones. I even have the Pride and Glory album. Do you have that one?
No, yeah, that's
That's more like Southern rock.
right. Yeah, yeah,
That's I even put that in my Southern rock section because that's what it sounds like, because
yeah.
that's what he likes. So that's kind of where his heart lies. I think some of
He
the
was
stuff,
still,
but
yeah, he was still in Ozzy's band. Was he? This says 99, so he was still technically in Ozzy's band when he released Black Label
the
Society.
first one, yeah, yeah,
And he played on like Ozzy's last album. Like he didn't play all the solos on it, but he played like throughout the album. I think he was much
yeah,
more involved with that last Ozzy album than he was prior because
yeah,
he's busy. He's got his own
yeah,
band now. He's doing Pantera and
yeah.
kind
That's a
of
busy guy.
yeah.
Yeah.
So my last one here, I've got Megadeth here.
Oh, there you go.
The Sick, the Dying, and the Dead. Um, this album I actually like quite a bit, even though some
Yeah,
stuff kind of sound like retread kind of guitar riffs from previous
yeah.
albums.
I
But
agree.
this one's a long album though. It's like 55 minutes, 55 minutes, 10 seconds. A lot of stuff I like on this a lot though. The title track quite a bit. Life in Hell, Night Stalkers. I like Dogs of Chernobyl. I like that song. I think probably I think Police Truck might be one of the ones I don't like as much on it. But it's like 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Like overall, we'll be back. I think it's a great song. The last song on the album.
Yeah.
Really like that one. Soldier On. I'm not going in order, but Mission to Mars is okay. Celebrity Tante, I guess is a
Yeah.
yeah. Junkie, I think Junkie is kind of like
That's okay. I mean, it's not the best song on the album, but
yeah,
yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Sacrifice. It's got some really good stuff on it. I think it was
Yeah.
actually I like Dystopia. I liked a lot too. The one before that.
Yeah. Nobody likes the part with Ice-T singing on it.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't mind. I really don't mind that. It doesn't bother me.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just a color. It's only like what, like maybe 10 seconds, 30 piece. Who cares? Like
yeah,
people nitpick too much.
yeah. I don't dislike
Yeah.
Ice. Hey,
No, I don't have no problem with Ice-T.
yeah, because I listened to some of Ice-T back in the '80s, some of the rap
I
stuff.
have the first three Body Count albums.
Yeah, Body Count is definitely like their metal albums there, but this one with Ice-T, I think was it Night Stalkers or I'm looking it up on Wiki as I do it here. He did Night Stalkers was the one Ice-T
Yeah,
had vocals
that's
on.
the one.
But
Yep.
yeah, I thought this was a good album though, overall. I gave it like 4 out of 5 stars, so didn't dislike
Yeah,
it.
there you go. It's a good album. I thought it was very good. I like it.
Yeah, the other one that I was going to talk about is
Oh,
13.
13.
Yeah,
That's a hit or miss. That's some good stuff on it. Is that the first one that
with Dave Ellison.
Dave came back in the band?
Yeah,
Dave, yeah, I thought so. Yeah.
yeah. This is in 2011. This one's like 57 minutes, 36 seconds. There's some good stuff on here. I haven't listened to the album, but 13's really the last song. 13's really great. I wrote down Wrecker. I think is one I didn't like all that much on it. Wrecker was that looked like the 10th track on it. But yeah, it was kind of a comeback album for Megadeth. Endgame was the one before this in 2009. I think some people may have liked that album. I think that's one that, like I said, David Ellison wasn't on it, and
yeah,
David Ellison I think brings a different element to the band that
yeah, I know.
Other bass players can play his parts, but it's his songwriting that's missing.
Oh,
that's the part. Like I think he wrote of The Sick, the Dying, and the Dead. He wrote like bass parts in that, and then I think Mustaine took out all the bass parts and had the other guy fill them in.
Yeah.
So it's
I think it was Steve DiGiorgio played the bass, but they had Dave Lomenzo on the actual album cover. So yeah.
So yeah, other people can play.
Dave's nuts. Dave's a little nutty dude.
I mean, look at all the lineup changes he's had.
I know. Everyone in that band. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
He's had guys that passed away in the band, but he just can't stay with one lineup. He's got to keep switching out all the time, especially drummers and
he gets
switched out. He's got he's got a whole thing. I just think he just can't stand people after a while. Yeah, stuff
Yeah,
that they're into. He's just got a problem with people, and you know, the classic lineup is Rust in Peace. That lineup is the one that most people love. That Nick Menza and Marty Freeman. But
that's the best. That's my favorite lineup. But I get it. People, people
yeah.
like the original lineup with Gar Samuelson and
He
Chris
died.
Boland. So
Yeah, I think
yeah, he died too.
the
Yeah,
drummer
it's sad,
died. Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you have honorable mentions you want to talk about?
Actually, yeah, I have a couple bands I was talking about that. Thinking about doing, and it was Halloween.
Mhm.
Familiar with Halloween at all? Like the newer stuff. This is a newer album. This is with the Andre Darius era, and this one because it has like 15 songs. It has an extra disc of 3 extra songs on it.
Right.
And there's a difference. This one I thought was really good, and I don't think there's much filler or anything on this one. But then they have Seven Sinners, and it's only has 12 songs on it, but it's a lot of it's very samey.
Yeah.
Like they're all like the same, almost same tempo. The songs like it almost sounds repeat. Like it's funny how the one album I think it's a little more variety.
Right.
This one's just very samey. But I still like Halloween, but that's just one of those, the way the bands are. And the other one I thought, just because there's a lot of songs on it, but they're all like little interlude songs, is
Yeah.
this album.
Yeah. Okay.
Because it's got, look how many songs are on the album.
Wow.
22 songs on the album.
Oh my God.
But there's like every song, there's a little like interlude of like
Yeah.
talking. It's like telling you a story.
Oh wow.
So you're like, oh my God, 23 songs. But it's not really as long as you think it is because it's like telling a story.
Is it
But
so?
some people bitch about that because like this play the songs. I don't want the story in it. But
I've never checked.
that's a bloated band for you, or
Yeah.
doing stuff they want to do.
I've never checked out Blind Guardian. I've heard people talk about them for years.
Yeah, I've been getting into the last couple of years. So
Wow. So people
yeah,
go.
their first two albums are like speed metal, and then you get into the progressive, more drawn out stuff, which is still good too. They have good stuff.
What album was
Their
that?
newest album's really good. It's really
Yeah.
good. The new one they have out.
Was that the new album or what was that?
No, this is Nightfall Middle Earth. This is from hold on, because
Yeah, it's from 1990.
1998, I think.
Right. 65 minutes. Yeah, that's kind of a long album.
Yeah, but it tells a story and it kind of doesn't it captures it holds your interest.
Right.
That's the thing. It's not just get an album like, okay, is this done yet?
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah, it says thematic. It's got a theme to it. So yeah.
Yeah, like Lord of the Rings.
Right. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
1988, late
so
90s.
if you're not into that whole thing with that, you're like, it's gonna turn you off. Like you're not into that whole like storyline of certain like fantasy era, then you're gonna be like, oh, forget it. I'm not gonna say that. It all depends on the person.
Yeah.
But that kind of goes. You listen to metal, you like all that kind of fantasy stuff.
Yeah.
It's like
A lot of metalheads
pretty,
like that. I mean, it says it's power metal, progressive metal, speed
yep,
metal,
that's
symphonic.
basically what it is. That's
Yeah.
what it is. Because they had different eras with the band after they kind of did it. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I hear power metal a lot. Yeah, I hear them when they talk about power metal. Blind Guardian gets mentioned a lot. Yeah, I think Rich Catino, if you're familiar,
yes, I do. Yes,
he's a big power
he's a big fan of that. Yeah, absolutely.
And this was produced by Fleming Rasmussen.
Oh yeah, I know.
In the 80s. So
yeah.
Which James Hetfield after Justice for All, he would never want to talk to him again. Talk to Fleming Rasmussen, and then I saw something on YouTube where Fleming came into the studio with them, and they seemed totally cool at that time. But James Hetfield,
who knows?
Who
knows? Yeah,
they're the ones that want to take the bands out of the Injustice for All and take Jason Newsted out of it. It wasn't the producer's fault. It was and James that wanted that. So production's not that bad on that album, but yeah.
No, I know.
He was a scapegoat for that for some reason, and then they never worked with them again after that. So,
no, they never did.
But whatever. Master of Puppets and Ride the Lightning are two, and even Justice for All are like three of the best.
Yeah, one of the best albums ever. Yeah, absolutely.
It's more progressive kind of.
Yeah.
It's not as much speed metal or thrash as it was on Kill 'Em All, which he didn't do Kill 'Em All, but those three albums that he did do were some of the best they've ever done. So so maybe I need to check that out and see the release.
Yeah.
If you were to recommend somebody, would you say like their debut to Blind Guardian would be the best to start off?
The debut is their really speed metal album.
Okay.
So this one I would recommend. Like I said, Nightfall, Middle Earth. and Imagination from the other side. Those two I'd check out first. Those are really good. And the first one.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, Battalions of Fear. That's it. Yeah, that's the first one.
They
So
got like 12.
they're a little different for each. Yeah.
They got like 12 albums. So we might check them
Yeah, they
out.
got a lot. I don't have them all, but I have like 5 or 6 or something like that.
This is the God Machine last
God
year.
Machine's a new one. That's really good.
Yeah.
That's a good one too. Yeah.
People can
So,
let us know in the comments what you think of Blind Guardian. I wouldn't mind checking them out. It's from what I've heard, power
yeah.
metal. Yeah,
Yep. Yep.
So
You got any other bands to talk about?
that's all I got. I just did 5 bands, 2 albums per band. So yeah, that's all I got.
That's cool though. That's good.
Yeah, like George has a YouTube channel, George G's Room of Rock. Might check him out. You do like 2 videos a week. You do
usually 2. Sometimes it depends on the week. Depends how busy I am at work.
Yeah, you do a lot of ranking videos, and you do like the years, like a particular year, favorite albums.
Yeah, I do an that'll be ending soon because I'm at 2000. I didn't buy a lot of albums.
Yeah.
So I didn't have I'm gonna do maybe a top whatever from from 2000 to 2009. Then because that's the year I got married and had kids. I'm like, I don't have any money to buy anything.
Yeah. I bought a lot of stuff in the 2000s, and I actually don't own a lot anymore. I actually got rid of a lot, like Mudvayne. All those bands like Mudvayne, like a lot of bands I checked out back then. I don't even own those albums anymore. It's like a lot of that stuff. When I was younger, I'd just buy an album like every week.
I got you. Oh yeah, I would do that too. When I was in the 90s, I did that. I got into all a lot of stuff that people were already into. That's when I got into all the Maidens and Priest and all that stuff because I started listening to all the glam stuff.
Yeah,
and that's what I listened to. I didn't listen to thrash until like 1990, so I was late to that too. So then everything else is built up. So
I was into thrash quite a bit. I mean, like in around 86, 87, and the glam bands or what they call hair metal bands now.
Yeah.
I appreciate those bands. I appreciated them because it's what the reason why you had Headbangers Ball all the time, and you got to see your thrash metal bands on there. So it's like without them, you wouldn't have that late night show where you can see all the videos.
Absolutely.
I don't listen to as much. Some of the glam like Dokken, huge fan of Dokken, Rat, some of that stuff, through stuff like that. But those other bands, I think, made it more commercial, and the reason why you got to enjoy all styles of metal at the time because of them. So I appreciate those. A lot of those thrash bands will talk about hair metal bands, and they'll say we trash them in public, like in magazines and stuff. We would say nasty stuff about them, but behind closed doors, we were trying to learn the riffs that they were playing. They were still trying, like something like Warren DeMartini, like I think a player, and George Lynch. A lot of those bands that people, the thrash band.
It's funny how they did that, because I don't know if you saw like Megadeth would always trash like the glam bands, but yet when he did a couple years ago, he had Nikki Sixx come on stage and play with him, play Anarchy in the UK or whatever. I'm like, well, obviously, they bury the hatchet with that stuff. It's pretty funny how that works out. But
well, I mean,
hilarious.
Lars Ulrich used to trash Nikki Sixx when they were wearing the makeup in Los Angeles and make fun of them, and then they went on to use Bob Rock, the guy producer that did that.
Exactly. They wanted that sound. Yeah.
I love the way Dr. Feelgood sounded, and the Black Album is, even though it's more commercial, it's one of the best sounding Metallica albums ever, best produced. And then Bob Rock kind of changed things after that people don't like as much, but that album is like it's done so well because it sounds so great. So so that's all I have for everybody tonight. Please check out George's channel on YouTube, and please put a thumbs up on this video. And
definitely.
As George says, keep rocking metal alive, and
keep rocking metal alive.
I gotta have a cool outro like that on my videos, man.
Oh yeah, my wife was like, "What's your catchphrase?" Like, you don't watch my videos. She's like, "No, I only watch videos to tell you stop touching your nose, stop touching your hair," which I keep doing anyway. So when she watches the video, she says, "I told you, stop touching your nose." I'm like, "Sorry."
Well, that's
right. She's rocking out the Metallica again tonight.
Yeah, you saw Metallica.
She went the second night. I couldn't go the second night. I had to work early in the morning. So she's there now. Right. So I want to. So give me the set list. Tell me what they're playing different. Like, just play a different set each night. She's like, I'm not gonna remember. I said, right in, it's not gonna remember. I was like, all right, you're worth it. I'm just kidding.
We both got to see him on Friday night, Metallica on
Yeah,
Friday.
yeah, that was
Nice.
a good show. Good show.
Yeah, I'll check out setlist.com tomorrow and see what they.
Yeah, me too, because she'll forget.
Yeah, there's so many songs, but yeah, thanks.
Yeah, so
I appreciate it, man. Yeah. Have a great night, and I'll check
yeah,
out.
you too. Appreciate you having me on. We'll do this again. We'll find something else to talk about, and that'd be great. A lot of fun doing this. I enjoy it.
It was a lot of fun. So thanks everybody.
All right,
Thanks George and guys. Everybody have a good night. Thank you.
everyone. Thanks a lot. Take care, man.